another one. Rainbow. Oh no, it's a rainbow. Rainbow.
I think it's rainbow, mate. Sorry, Jack.
Well done, Phil. Right, at the minute, all the boys can catch is brown trout and rainbow trout. They've been biting lines off and all sorts, so we're having problems with that. We haven't pre-baited anything, we've gone straight fishing. Let's see if we can get into them breams. Good morning, fisher people. I'm Alan Norris from FishOn TV. It is Friday the 29th of September, and I think I mentioned I was going to the Lake District to do a bit of bream fishing. Well, here I am. Look at this. We are here in Cumbria on the Esthwaite Water, very close to Hawkshead village. It's 280 acres. I read up it got an average depth of 6.5 to 6.9 metres, which is 20 something feet, 22 feet or so. And I've plumbed it up, and at 45 and 60 metres I've got an 8 and 9 second count, which I'd think that were a little bit deeper, 24, 25, 26 foot. I think the water's a bit higher. When I've seen pictures, the people have been a little bit further out than we are. I definitely think there's some more water in it at the minute. So I've decided on 2 lines. I'm here with my good friends, Brummy Phil, the worm master over there. He's sick of catching trout, and you can't see Graham under here. Okay, monkey. You can't see him. They are catching trout galore. While I've been getting cameras set up, rods set up, everything ready to show you people, they've been chucking out there not far. I think they're going to be chucking at about 25 metres, and they're getting pestered with good sized trout. I'm on about 2.5, 3 pounders, rainbow trout, brown trout. They're dragging the rods in, so they're happy with that. But you know what can happen with trout, they can cut lines off and everything. And they're like swallowing hook leads. I know when I went to Deggy Res, it was the same, they were a nightmare. So I've told us to get some ground baiting. Right, what I've done, I'll show you my tactics. There's a house over there, that's my target. 25 metres is my line from here, and 45. So just at 6 metres here, we've got a 3 second count. At 16 metres, we've got a 3 second count. Go a little bit further, you've got a 4 second count, which is, well, mine's just over 4 seconds where I am. Starts to slope down, and as you go out, there's a cormorant right in my swim, just about where my long line is. As you go through that, it starts to drop off a bit more. I've chucked as far as I can. I can't get much more than a 9 second count. I don't want to try and fish at 60 centimetres in this wind. I don't think we'll need to. Wild water, it's very clear, you can see my keep net. Very wild water, and I can't wait to get fishing. Now on the short line I've put 12. Here we go. Guru feeder holes. So it's a 6-hole Guru feeder. I've put 12 of those short, 25 metres. I'm going to try that line first, and I've put 20 long, and I've mixed it with, I've not put any chopped worm in, I've mixed it with sweet corn, dead reds and casters, not too many particles. Now the ground bait that we've got, I've bought, Brummy managed to buy some brown crumb in 25 kilo sacks. We are going to be filling it in big time tonight. I was hoping to do a video tomorrow after we'd really filled it in to show some big bags of bream, but the weather is looking shocking for the weekend. So I thought I'll do the video, chance my arm, see if we can get past those trout. And you can't believe it, can you? The phone always rings. It'll be one of those cold callers. Pretending to be mobile numbers, and then they want to try and sell you something. Pain in backside. Right, so we've got brown crumb. We've got 50 kilos of brown crumb, 36 kilos of bag and match baits. It's the roach and silvers mix. I've not gone down the fish meal line. It can start running very, very expensive. So we've got a cracking deal from Bag and Baits. I've told them I'm going to be doing a video. It's a very, sweet mix. It's got that little bit of tackiness to it that you need, which will be great with the brown crumb. We've also added some old school molasses in the water. Very sweet. Used to work years ago, it'll still work today. So, well, I'm hoping it will anyway. So that's the mixers. We've got kilos and kilos of worms. This video is sponsored by Willy Worms. I asked him if he'd do me a deal. Willy Worms, the best worms around. We've got all the worms from there, the casters, the maggots. Willy Worms in Selby, fantastic place. They don't just sell worms anymore. May Potter works there. They do all sorts of fishing tackle. There's Preston in there, there is Drennan in there, there's Guru in there, there's everything that you can think of. There's lots of carp gear, spinning gear, pike gear, everything that you want. And there's a cormorant in both glass windows. Can you believe that? The absolute nuisance cormorant. Look at him flying away. There, look, just landing on my 45-metre line. Get in. So Willy Worms, I will thank you very much, Willy Worms, for sponsoring this video. Much appreciated. Helps with the cost, because when you're filling places like this in, costs can start running up, and we've just tried to shop about. We've also got some spod mix. Phil found some spod mix which has been boiling up for us for when we bait it up. That's got corn, hemp and lots of other seeds and stuff I've never even seen before. Carpers use it for spod mixers and they get sick of catching bream. So we've got loads of spod mix to put in when we pre-bait it. On about putting 300 balls in, 100 balls a piece, all around the short swim. We're hoping they'll come in. It just drops off nicely. So my tactics, I will be baiting out long as well when we're baiting up tonight. I'll probably put 40 feeder fulls out tonight long. I'll never reach that with this wind with a catapult. I'll probably catapult in the area where we are at 20 odd metres, plus a few clip-ons as well. So I think on a water like this, the graze as a bream, they'll graze about. They need a decent size area to get confident in feeding. That is my tactics. We're hoping for a good day tomorrow. I will try and get some footage just to show you, hopefully, us catching lots and lots of bream. So we'll see how things go. Right, rods. My first rod on my short line is I'll tell you what, I'll put this up here. There's two FishOns. We shall get it. Just 2 minutes. Oh, I haven't put it on yet. I'll have to hold the camera. Right. Let's get it here. So the hooks that I'm using, before we go, I'll go through the hooks. I'm not messing about with hooks. The B983s, Camazam B983s. There we go. We have got 12s. All on there, all nicely done, with 0.15 bottom on the 12s, 0.17 on the 10s, all set at 1 metre. I've also got exactly the same, but with quick stops on. Now they're having problems with trout and worm, so I've got 20 of each of those, 10 of each of these, and I'm going to put corn on to start with, just to see what happens, because they're getting pestered with trout. I don't want that. So on my short line, I have got a free running rig. He says, what's happened there? Come here. Right, we've got a free running rig. I can't wait to get fishing. I'm going to start on a medium size window cage feeder. I've shortened it to 70, 80 centimetres. Free running rig, 3 stops, twizzle boom, and then my hook length 0.15 bottom, size 12, piece of corn, air rigged. That's the first one. So we'll put that down here. The second rig is a fixed helicopter rig. Using that when it's windy conditions like that, I always like to use the helicopter rig. I'm not saying it's tangle proof. What I will say is I don't get in very many tangles using that particular rig. Right, so I've got the size 10 Camazam B983 air rigged on that one. A little And the rig on this is the helicopter rig. I'm going to start on the large window feeder. Helicopter rig, dead easy to do. Put a float stop on, put your quick change swivel on, another float stop. I like to do a twizzle boom and a loop, and then the American quick change swivel straight onto the window feeder. Absolutely dead easy. I like to think it's pretty much bulletproof when it comes to tangle free rigs. Always done me well. I've got a backup rod and the 12-foot Prodigy bait up rod, so I can't wait to get fishing. That's the tactics. You've seen the baits. We've got some chopworm for a bit later. Big feeders to start with. I have got some smaller feeders, but I think they're the ones we're going to need. It is quite deep, it's vast water. Apparently there's big shoals of bream, and they're going to take some feeding. So let's get fishing, let's see how we get on. Testing, testing, testing. Well, I hooked into a fish on previous cast, and it definitely didn't feel like a trout. I knew this was a trout as soon as I hooked it. Oh, where's that dropped? Look at that. In you go. Trout galore, folks. Gone out long. First cast. Is it a bream? I've got a funny feeling it could be. Let's have a look. A little indication, that is, not much of a bite. Just remind me of Ireland, sort of like a 2-inch steady, well, positive enough pull. Wasn't like the trout ones. Let's hope it is a bream. Let's hope it is. It feels like it to me. Yes, here we go. First one, first bream of the day. Get in. This is what we've come for, folks. That's just made me day, that first cast. I have kept topping it up out there. Oh. Yes. Stay still. It's kicked the hook out and it's in my net. But there we go. First bream of the day. Get in. So I'll just get that hook out of my net and we'll carry on. Well, it's gone round again. I've been getting quite a few liners. I think this is a bream. It's certainly nodding like one. But if they've come onto like, well, I've put about 25 feederfuls out there now. If they've come onto that, I'm sure with plenty of pre-baiting, they're going to come in. Lads are getting a bit frustrated now because they can't get past them. There's been millions of trout coming through. Let's hope this is a bream. Let's have a look. 2 dendras. That's what I put on, and all they can get instantly over there at the minute, short, is trout. And yeah, there we go. Nice bream. There we go. Air rigged the worm and it went straight round. That one, no messing about. Bottom lip, not the biggest, I suppose. Some people call them skimmers, but at least we're getting one or two, and I know there's a few fish out there now, so it might be worth putting a few more feederfuls of ground bait with a few particles in. It really wanted that, didn't it? You can see how that's air rigged, size 10 hook. They're not shy, big dendras them, massive dendras. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put about another 4 feederfuls big feeder fulls. I might actually put, no, I've put 6 in, I think. And crikey, they take some getting off worms, don't they? Especially on this quick stop. Absolutely demolished it, but the bite was beautiful. It was just lovely and solid, smooth, straight round, no messing, no that carpy dragging your rod in. It was just a typical lovely bream bite. What more do you want? So yeah, the lads are just getting a bit confused, a bit frustrated at the minute. So I'm just going to start piling a bit more baiting out there. I've put about another 15 short here, and I'm going to keep putting some bait out there. I think this is going to be key today. Well, not well. Today is to certainly prime it for tomorrow. I'm pretty sure if we'd have pre-baited, the tactics that I've got are going to be right tomorrow. I suppose you could use a method on the short line to get away from the trout, but they're taking everything. They're getting a bit frustrated because they're trying all sorts, corn, shortening hook lengths, and the trout are just taking them straight away. They're catching fish, but it's not nice when you're having to change your hook lengths all the time because all lines are curled. So let me get some more baiting. We'll see if we can get a few more fish, and then we're going to have a couple of hours pre-baiting. So see you in about 10 minutes, hopefully. Again, small bite, not the stamp fish I'm after. Not sure if it's a bream or not, this. Not sure. Phil's just had a perch. He's over at Moan. It wasn't a trout, so. It's a perch. A little perch taking 2 massive dendras. Really little buggies. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm in on the air rig, I'm going to swap that round, and I'm just going to put it on the normal hook length and see if we have any joy with that. Load of spawns around Phil at the minute. Let these worms off. Right, let's give that a go. Well, oh, that might have been a liner. I don't know. No, didn't know. Didn't think I got one then. I've been catching tiny little hybrids on maggot, perch on double worm, and I just put double corn on, and it's not the stamp I'm after again. I really do think we're going to have to fill it in today and get these bream moving in. Oh, gone. There's definitely fish out there. Double corn, a few pieces of corn, rocket feeder, 40 grammer. Let's get it out there, see if we can get a decent bream, a nice run of bream. I wasn't expecting too many today, to be honest with you. Nice easy cast, 45 metres. Take some sinking. There we go, just sunk. And the swans are annoying. I can't get rid of them. Absolutely tormenting them to death. Here, swans, come on, swans. Come and talk to you, Uncle Alan. Well, they've just tried every tricky book and not been able to get rid of them. It's been comical. Absolutely comical. He's just making a nice cup of tea now, he's brumming, bless him. I think he's hanging up to. Oh dear. Completely different to match fishing this. Oh dear, they make me laugh. They've been playing out with swamps. Oh dear. You've got to be here to understand how funny it is. Go on, go back to your Uncle Graham. Uncle Phil. Oh dear me. You can't write it, folks, it's brilliant. He's filling it in, he's filling. Oh dear me. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely love it. God knows it's going to be like in pub, they'll be moaning like hell. Oh. This cat is just broke. Oh dear. Right, we'll see if we can get a few more breathers. It's been comical. Absolutely comical. Landed his first bream. And I'm hoping this is one. They tell us to get some baiting. They haven't put enough baiting for me, but they've started piling it in now. I'm sure when we pre-bait this, there'll be some bream. Oh, he's off at mine. Well done, Gray.
Got a bream!
Yeah! Oh, it's a beauty now. How big is it?
Couple of pounds.
Looks bigger than that.
It's a couple of pounds.
Is it? Oh, we've just got a little. Oh, it's a hybrid.
Brilliant. That's all I can
Yeah. Well, that's technically that's over the feeding. There we go, not too bad. At least we're starting to get one or two. Double corn. Yes. Well, an interesting day. They're really getting it baiting now, at last. I think they've seen me. I've just been constantly putting it in most of the day. I've told them you've got to get plenty of baiting with these. We've got to get them round, and we will fill it in. And hopefully, I'll try and get a little bit of footage if the weather's not too bad of fish that we are catching. So let's get back out there. Lovely, nicely in. You can't leave just going fishing for a bit of pleasure fishing with lads, can you? Woody would have loved it. It's not far out, Graham. Only about 25 metres at most. Mine will be a little bit further out because he's sat back. He's walking out to cast. He's finding his ground bait out there. And he's got one. Let's see if we can get another. We'll go around, I'll get on. Well then, it went round while you were on anyway, didn't it? Tried the winder feeder. That will work for sure. But I'm not sure there were that many fishing when I started using the feed. But I put the big rocket feed on just to get bait falling through, hopefully to try and get them bream to follow it down, because it is quite a bit deeper out there where I am than where Graham is. He'll probably have about 12, 14 foot of water. 12 to 14. It's a 4-second count where he is. Don't always leave an arm when I'm talking up camera. Oh, it's my dad. Right, I'll have to say hello to him.
Went round while I was talking to my dad. Tiny little bites, they're not massive bites these folks, it's just a nice steady little pull round. Enough to know it's a fish. I think this is a slightly better fish, I hope it is anyway. There we go. Much better. Slightly bigger. And bottom lip again. There we go. They're getting bigger, folks. They're getting bigger. Right. So I just shortened the hook length because I was getting quite a few liners and things and the tip wasn't going. Changed the hook length. I've just gone to traditional hook length. Just hooking 2 pieces of corn, size 10 hook, so it's not hook shy. 0.17 bottom, which is 6.5 pound bottom, and on the cage rocket feeder. Much easier to cast. Double corn. I'm absolutely convinced a method would work here. I am. A couple of pieces of corn in. So I did put 7 feederfuls out there on top after that small skimmer, and I started getting bream at last, thank goodness. Lovely. Hit the clip, point at it, they're tip down because it's quite deep. I want most of the line to sink. That's just at the bottom. And there'll be quite a lot of, oh, I'm going to have to put my sunglasses on. I'll have to move that over to there, I think. There'll be quite a lot of slack, so your tip will keep going like this. Just keep tightening it up and it goes back like that, and then back again. And eventually it'll start slowing up, and you just tighten it up nicely. With just a little bit, slightly bent round, because you do, when you're in deep water, you do get little drop back bites. So look out for them, don't just tighten it back up again. If it drops back, it's a fish that's picked it up and swam towards you. So lift up on those. I've had a couple of those, but I've not actually hooked a fish on a drop back bite yet. And I'm going to have to get me, I can't believe I'm going to need my sunglasses. Absolutely siling it down earlier. So deep water fishing like this, big feeders, big window feeders. You can get the cage version as well if you want, for more particles to drop as it's going through. The big rocket feeders, Preston rocket feeders, great, they just fly through the air lovely. These particular feeders, God knows how far you could chuck one of those, but that gets there without even trying. Dead accurate, it's like casting a bomb, they're brilliant. Not messing about with little feeders. I think we want to get some bait in here. I'm hoping tomorrow's going to be an absolutely belting day if we get plenty of snapping. I think I'm going to pack in about half an hour, 45 minutes or so. Oh, slight indications. Just wasn't enough for me for a lift. Just ever so slight. I see it a little bit more positive. I was hoping that might just go then. Yeah, there's something there. It might be just little liners then, because they're just little taps. The bites I've had have been not massive bending round, not all of them. I've had 1 or 2 go like that, but just nice, steady sort of 3 or 4 inch round it goes. I don't know what the problem with these swans are, they're lovely. Not bothering you. And the reason I tied so many hook lengths is I've been on waters like this in Ireland. Don't just take 6. These guys have gone through, I bet they've gone through 4 or 5 with those trout, and then the snags, little rocks. Well, quite strong lines. Using braid on this long line, the Guru Pulse braid 010. And then I've got an 030 £10 shock leader 017 bottom with a size 10 hook. Camazon B983. Great hook. Right, looks like it's going to rain again. We'll see how we get on. If we don't get anything, because I won't be fishing much more now, I'll probably try and get a little bit of footage after we've pre-baited. I'll probably sort of do a 5-minute clip just to see how it goes. Lots of ground bait to put in, lots of particles to put in, and plenty of pre-baiting, and hoping for a good day tomorrow, hopefully on the short line. Hopefully none of these trout. So there we go. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow with a few more fish. This is what it's all about. Fresh brews on the go. What a result.
And this is the man responsible, the Worm Master, now aka Trout
Master.
How many have you had for this holiday?
About £80. And counting.
Has it been great though, catching trout?
Oh, stunning.
Alright, you, Gray. Oh, bream, how many bream you had today?
4.
4 bream and 35 trout.
No, only 7 trout.
All about 3 or 4 pound breeze.
Yeah, about 5 hook lengths.
Nightmare, aren't they?
Oh,
Beep! Graham. Oh, snug as a bug, aren't you? How many you had today, Gray?
I've had 2 bream and a pitch.
Had quite a few yesterday though, didn't you?
I did.
Good day yesterday, wasn't it?
Good day yesterday. Shark today.
Enjoyed the holiday though.
Oh aye, it's nice to get away and meet lad.
Few bevies on the night.
I get pissed.
Cheers, good.
He's in his Graham.
Shame we didn't get that bite, Gray, innit? Oh, it's coming in. Get your landing net cut. Well in! Well done, Graham, another bream!
Yay!
Yay! Let's have a look. Certainly felt it. Here we go, yeah. There we go, that didn't last long. They're starting to feed now. Double worm. One of the bigger residents. That one no messing, that was a proper bad. I thought it would be a trout at first, where that flew round. Yeah, look at that one. They're the ones we're after. Peachy. Yeah, changed it to a window feeder. Stuffed it full of worm, and I've had two now with those tactics. I just keep swapping and changing. You just never know how they're wanting it, these bream. Tricky fish to catch indeed. Leave that bit of worm on and put another one on. So yeah, more than happy with that. Let's hope it just keeps getting better and better. I'm sure the more feed we put in, the better it will get. Right, you had to see that one. In one a chuck now. Let's really improve those altogether, whatever I put out there. I put another 8, 33 feeder fulls plus what I'm putting in. It's really starting to pay off. The bites have been positive now, they're going straight round. And it's becoming good fishing. Graham's had another bream. Phil's had 12 trout and a perch. The last one I just had was a good one, about £4. So rods and reels that I've used today. I've got the 520 extremity. I really like the extremity. Lovely, lovely reel. I keep them clean. And it's as good as the day when I bought it, and I've had them about 3 years now. There we go, another bream. And I've got the 12-foot, the 45 metre line, I've got the 12-foot map Parabolics SUV with a 1.5 ounce tipping. Absolutely lovely. These bream just bend it straight round. Don't like the look of that. That's gone right down. Look at that bait. 6-7 pounder there. Well done, boys. Have we enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's been great. Look at these, where you going?
Yeah, could have been here. Let's get these here. There we go. Swans don't like them. Right then, people. Fishy people. That is the weekend over. And what a wonderful, what I've got to say is what a wonderful weekend we've had. Lots of fish and lots of laughs, and that is what it's all about. But before we get on to that, Esthwaite Water. Beautiful, beautiful. When you're driving up there, you're just in awe of how wonderful this country can be. It's just beautiful up there, absolutely wonderful. We've never fished there before. We've taken plenty of bait, and we've put loads in. We seem to have spent as much time pre-baiting and putting bait in as fishing. So be prepared. If you're going to go there, you do need to put the bait in. Some big shoals of bream in there. But what I will say, and I've not seen it on any other videos, be aware. There are lots and lots and lots and lots of trout. They are nice trout. Anything, we've had them from £2 to £7. I mean, one of them that I caught, I mean, I should have weighed it really. It was just like, it was ridiculous. It must have been 2 foot long. Unbelievable, absolutely. And they put a right scrap up as well. But yeah, I've got to spend time putting them back. They act hard in the water, and once they've been out of the water for a few minutes, they are pathetic. You could do with a slap right face. Come on, wake up. Get yourself off, hand away. Oh, they're such fairies, them fish. Now, what did I do? So it was literally, I mean, Phil next door, he must have had, God knows, he must have had nearly £200 of them trout. Certainly 150. I think he caught 25 first day. It was just like, I've never seen a like it. I've never seen a bloke as disappointed in my life for catching an absolutely wonderful fish. But they can trash you like, you know, you can get bit off quite a bit. They have got teeth. Once you get past the first 2 meters, you seem to be all right, and you'll catch a roach or a bream or a perch. But those trout will take your bait in that first 2 meters. It's unreal. So be aware of that. That can happen. What I found was, quite a bit further out, I didn't have that problem. So all your trout seem to be in the shallower areas. I would say up to about 25 meters, which was my short line. There are lots and lots and lots of trout knocking about. But once you get that feeder down, you've a chance. You tend to catch a few, and then they tend to go away. That's what I found. They had a bit more trouble to my left. So let's get on to the fishing. So there's some fantastic fishing there. But just be aware, if you want to avoid the trout, you need to go a bit further out. I'm not saying you won't. I had only one all weekend. Go that bit further out, you don't seem to get bothered by them. Short, there's lots of them. So there we go. That's just a little bit of advice before you get there. Not seen anybody mention it on any of the other videos, but we certainly caught hundreds times more than those guys in boats. We had absolutely loads. So there we go. We got there. We've set his pegs up. We've decided where we're going to fish. I've plumbed it. Everybody tells me it just goes shallow like that and then just drops off. I can't totally agree with that. It does drop off, but not as steep as where, you know, it was explained to me that, oh yeah, be aware, you'll be straight down. You have to go quite a bit out before it does drop off. And when it does drop off, it starts off, you've got like a 3-second count, 2 second, 3 second. It's quite shallow near in, obviously, and then you've got like a 2 second, 3 second. So it is dropping off quite a bit, but it's not vertical. And then you've got 4 seconds, and then it goes to like 6, 7, 8, and 9. And I've decided to fish on the just slightly at the bottom, so sort of 8.5, 9. So we're going towards the bottom. Can always go a little bit further out to actually get on the level, and it seemed to plateau at that about 9 seconds. So I'm thinking it's round about 27 feet deep. 25 to 30, say, which tallies up with what it says in the book about the ordnance survey that they've done of the depth, which is 6 point something meters. So no, what is 6 point? 6.6 6.9 metres to 7.9 metres, so it's 20 odd foot. There seemed to be quite a lot of water in there. So that is where I decided to do my main line as the long line at 45 metres is at 8 to 9 second count. 20 odd feet. I'm going to say 27. 3 foot per second, 25, 27 foot. That's what I'm going to say anyway. Happy with that. And a 6 second count at 25 metres. Baited both. The best line by an absolute mile was a long line. Had 1 or 2 bream on the short line. There were definitely fish there, but it was getting past those trout was the problem. And I did have some bream off there, but I just didn't like catching those trout every 2 minutes. So out on the long line, and I've had a lovely weekend. In fact, at one point where you can see the bites, I actually think there was probably too many fish there, which sounds ridiculous because it was, as you saw, the tip is constantly like this and it's liners. And I'm sure some of you bream fishermen, when you used to have those target bars up, if you moved an inch you lifted. Tried it, nothing, there were liners. You've got to wait for when there's too many fish like that, I tend to sort of cast to the side a little bit just to try and get away from the main bulk of the fish and try and pick fish off. And I found as it's going like this, and you've probably seen it, I hope you can see it properly on the footage, it's just that little bit quicker. That is the bite. The one that's just slightly quicker. Bream liners tend to be slow like this. And I know some of you saying, you're missing bites, you're missing bites. No, no, no. Lifted on loads of those, there were liners. So shut your traps. Shouldn't be saying that really, but trust me, lifted on them, liners, liners. And it was, you really had to concentrate on waiting for the one that just pulled that slightly little bit quicker. And then you were straight in, your rod's bent straight round, beautiful. Now and again you get a proper pull, but most of the bites were just slightly quicker than a liner, and you had to concentrate to get those. Now and again you get the obvious drop back, and picked up on a few of those. We had some lovely, we were catching 30 odd bream, round between 2 and 7 pounds, so there you go. Nice steady away. We weren't getting there at crack of dawn. We were getting there, probably start fishing about 10:30, 11 o'clock, fish well about 4ish, and go for a few pints. Brilliant. But I have had such a laugh. I think there's a bit of footage there. You saw the hooks. I've explained all the hooks. Size 10 hooks, couple of dendras, and you're away. Ground bait, mix your casters in, a few micro pellets in there, some dead maggots, your typical bream. Sweet corn seems to, I had a few fish on sweet corn as well, so if I put quite a few tins of sweet corn in there. I think the next time we go, I think we're going to fill tubs up, hire a boat and put the bait down, because we spent far too long baiting up, and watching Phil and Graham bait up is the funniest thing I've ever witnessed. So you're catapulting out, I'm casting at 45, they're catapulting on their lines at sort of 25, 30 metres. And you've heard the song. I like to get it, bunch, split off, in the same spot, roughly. I like to create a nice little plateau of bait for them. There we go, in sort of 2 or 3 metres for bream when you're baiting that much. I'm watching them two and I was crying. I wish I'd put the video on to witness it. It was so funny, it was ridiculous. I just ended up singing here, there and everywhere, bait going all over the shop. It was unreal, I've never seen out like it. Catapults, breaking, bait, ground baiting, air. Never laughed as much in my life. In fact, I nearly fell off my box. In fact, I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see my rod tip. I was crying that much. It was so fun. They were laughing at each other like you wouldn't believe. And we've had laughs all weekend. And I have got to say, they've caught plenty of fish as well in the end. Once they got through the trout, I put the pictures up, you'll have seen the netter fish that they've caught. So well done, boys. But what I have got to say is, keep it simple when you go up there. If you're serious about your fishing, keep it nice and simple. Put plenty of bait in, be quite accurate. You will catch no matter what. It's full of quality bream. some nice roach and hybrids, lots of those trout. You get past those, you'll have a nice day's sport. But what I have got to say is, being away for that weekend, just pleasure fishing basically, has reminded me why I love fishing so much. Being with those two guys, having the laughs that we've had, has just been unbelievable. So I have got to say a massive thank you to Graham and Phil for reminding me why I love this sport so much. It is fantastic just to get away from the sort of the criticising people of match fishing, because they are massive critics when it comes to fishing. I can say some quite nasty things at times. Never bothers me because it's straight over my head and you're wasting your time if you have a go. But that has just reminded me of what a wonderful sport this is. It has got to be good for the mind and soul. The laughs that we've had has been unbelievable. I'm on about belly aching, crying laughs during the day, and even more when we've had a few drinky winkies. Laugh in the pub. They must have thought we were idiots, because some of the stuff that's gone off, I'm not going to repeat half of stuff because there's too much, but it was so funny, it was ridiculous, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I recommend getting up to the Lake District. Windermere's full of bream as well, and have a go at catching some of those slabs. It is wonderful. And the Hawkshead little village is also wonderful. Lovely food there. We didn't actually have any, but we saw what came out. Beautiful. We took all his own food. Lovely pubs, lovely pint. What more do you want? Get in. So I hope you have enjoyed this holiday without Woody. Woody wasn't there. We had too much fun for him to be there. He wouldn't to know how to enjoy himself that much. It's in his face, hasn't you? But yes, what a wonderful place. Get yourselves up if you fancy it. You will not be disappointed. So I hope you've enjoyed this video of my little weekend away. Down the wrong hole. So don't forget folks, it is absolutely free to subscribe to this channel. If you click the notification bell, you will get all the videos as we upload them, and a thumbs up would be very, very nice. So until next time, don't know where we are next. I'm ready to forget going off to work. I've got to be quite sharpish. So we'll see you on the bank, wherever it may be. Don't forget, it's a fish on.